Here is today's edition of the digital highlights. It was all Oklahoma from the jump, Nell.
Well, it was, and none better than Erin Ellenberg. She was just outstanding today. Off the dribble, in transition, it didn't matter. Hard to stop.
Texas tried to keep it close. Brady Sanders, this is an early bucket. She went cold for Texas, but they kept going low, kept going there often.
Well, with the Monty McGee Stafford getting the start today, really gives Texas a big presence inside, and she came through for him.
It's Big 12 basketball at its best. These two teams have seen each other 45 times. Ellenberg, stop, pop, elevated all day.
Well, beautiful player. She is absolutely just hard to stop off the dribble. It does not matter. Transition, threes. Tough player for Texas to guard today.
Ellenberg netted 37 points, the closest to her, 12 points by Campbell. She played on both ends. Here, Texas, the coffin might have been shut here when Oklahoma continued to nail it down.
Well, Texas struggled a little bit in the first half with just getting some consistency in their defensive play and offense.
The running game for Oklahoma was on point. Oklahoma continued to come at Texas, and then the combinations that Karen Aston put in the game, the luck continued for the Sooners.
Well, it was all about the Sooners in the first half. Everything they did, they could hardly do anything wrong, but the second half was a different story.
Texas went inside to Big Baby, Monty McGee Stafford. She got in foul trouble, and the guards picked it up, kept going to her.
But, you know, you can just see her confidence growing as she continues to get more minutes on the floor, and we'll see that through Big 12 play.
Big play by Empress Davenport, the sophomore from Duncanville, and then Rodrigo. This started to bring Texas back.
Well, they started knocking down some nice outside shots. They were penetrating that zone, reversing the ball. Good things happen.
Crystal Henderson got the call from Coach Karen Aston to run the point, but Ellenberg says, I just get buckets.
Well, she finally hit a few in the second half, but not near as many as the first half. She kind of cooled off a little bit.
Late in the game, Crystal Henderson comes off the pick with the Monty McGee Stafford, and then could have closed it out. This one goes in and out, and we have to go. Guess what, folks? We got to go to overtime in Big 12 play.
Well, it was a good little play. The ball just wouldn't drop, but it was all about Texas in the overtime, Fran.
Texas showed some maturity, some experience, but Chris Henderson knocked down some big free throws for the Horns.
Well, she did. And how about big shots by Gigi Mazianite today?
Texas a big winner here at home.
Crystal, the overtime win. How do you describe what this win means to this team? Beating the team picked by the coaches to finish first in the Big 12.
Well, first of all, it was just an unbelievable effort by my teammates. I mean, we stuck in it and we fought hard. Coach just tell us to keep our head up and to keep, you know, fighting and stuff. But it's a great win for us because they were, like you said, they were picked #1 to win, and no one believed we can do it. You know, I mean, I think everybody's been sleeping on us this whole season and trying to figure out what type of team we're gonna be. We're still trying to get that dynamics of our team right, but it was just unbelievable hustle and faith by our team to keep it up and keep winning. So.
Oklahoma threw a couple different defenses at you. It took the Texas offense a little time to find its rhythm. How did you all find that rhythm?
I think it had a lot to do with coaching. I'm still new. I'm still trying to learn, you know, the plays in the offense and what to get in and what calls to make. But just to help our bench and everybody working together, they did throw a couple of defense in there, and at first we was confused about it. But once we learned what to look for and how to execute it, I think it was pretty simple from there.
What was it like for you to manage this team on the court?
Yeah, it was an unbelievable feeling. I mean, you know, my confidence level has dropped a little bit. You know, I've been trying to learn. Like I said, I've been trying to learn the offense and stuff, and it's been an adjustment for me. But just for Coach to trust in me and believe in me to put me in this situation is a real blessing and an honor, and I hope I can build off of it.
Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you so much.
Coach Aston, you all were down by as many as 12 points. You fight back to tie it up. What was the directive to this team going into overtime?
Well, going into overtime, they were great in the huddle. They were set on winning this game. I'm so proud of them for getting, you know, they got down, things really weren't going our way, and for them to fight through that shows an enormous amount of maturity on our team that we just haven't had before.
Where did you see this team fight? What adjustments were made that allowed that to happen?
Well, it wasn't easy guarding them, and I thought we made some slight adjustments with the way we were helping on her. You know, I probably should have made it a little bit earlier than at halftime, but I thought what they really did was listen. We made adjustments at half, defensively and offensively, and I thought they followed it. And again, that's a sign of learning from some mistakes that we've made before and growing up a little bit.
You have said you've been waiting for Gigi Mazzianite to heat up, and there she goes, hitting that 3 to tie it up. What did she show you in that moment?
It was huge. It shows me that hard work pays off, because she's a player that comes to practice every day, and she works her hardest, and she doesn't complain about her playing time. You know, she gets discouraged, but she doesn't complain. And for her to have big moments today, that was huge for her and for our team.
A great environment in the drum today. What kind of a difference did this crowd make?
A gigantic difference. They were great. I mean, there were times that my ears were hurting, and I was trying to figure out what they were cheering about, and I finally figured out it was when Oklahoma was shooting free throws. So, but they were great. They were great. They stayed in it. That's something sometimes they get bored a little bit, but I thought, of course, it was an exciting game, but I thought they stayed in it, and they really helped us a lot.
Well, thank you, Coach. Congratulations.